Gotta get him in the heart. Pierce the breastplate.
Hi. Welcome to Movie Plots. Today we recap the 2010 horror movie Stakeland. Spoilers ahead. The movie begins with two survivors of the vampire pandemic, and we are shown how they met. A boy named Martin and his family were fixing their car when their dog ran away, with Martin giving chase. He soon heard screaming from his parents as something began to attack them. But before Martin could get back, he was tackled to the ground by a vampire hunter named Mr., who led Martin into the barn. They found Mom dead, and Dad lay dying, with his baby sibling being feasted on in the rafters. The elusive vamp tried go at Mr., but Mr. beat the crap out of it, holding it down and letting Martin hammer a stake into it. Mr. then finished off Martin's father, and took Martin under his wing. We hear there are different types of bloodsuckers. The berserkers are the oldest and strongest, having a chest plate too tough to penetrate, requiring you to go through the cervical spine. Mr. attaches a string to young Martin's stake, and the two head north in search of sanctuary in the name of New Eden. They are confronted by a gang using a train as a roadblock to a town, but after seeing Mr.'s stash of vamp teeth, let the two go ahead. The locals trade with Mr. whatever they can, and Martin hears from a store owner that New Eden is full of cannibals. They continue to head north, before coming across a sister being attacked by two men. So Mr. kills them. Sister joins the pair in heading north, killing any suckhead they find on their way. When the apocalypse began, people flocked to any cult that could give them some explanation, and one such militia called the Brotherhood ambushed the group. Being led by a fanatic named Jebediah Loven, they capture and tie up Mr. We hear that the rapist Mr. staked earlier was his son, and died slowly over 3 hours. They then leave Mr. for a group of vampires to devour, as they believe the plague is God's will at work. The gang take Martin to convert him to the Brotherhood, and keep Sister as a sex slave as she is good stock. Jeb lets Martin wander, as he tells him vamps will just get him if he runs. So Martin runs. He avoids search parties and eventually finds Mr. As a feral woman runs at Martin, Mr. pulls him into the boot of a car. They come up with a plan, with Martin distracting the lady, and Mr. jumping into the driver's seat, taking off and running her over. The fiend grabs onto the side of the car, but Mr. just sideswipes a tree. Unable to help Sister, they discover a survivor's roadhouse, trade some weed and teeth for drinks, and come across a singer named Belle. Belle is pregnant, and in the morning hitches a ride with the pair, wanting to have her baby in New Eden. That night they have dinner together, and Martin finds some nudie cards, along with a scamp. A scamp is what Mr. calls a young vampire, and is the fate that he saved Martin from. They kill her, and continue on the road, avoiding Jeb and the Brotherhood at every turn. They eventually find one of the Brotherhood's vampire baits by the name of Willie, a soldier who was withdrawn from combat to help contain the outbreak, after the Middle East was completely overrun with the plague. Willie also says that the Brotherhood was responsible for America falling, ramming cars filled with vampires through blockades, and crashing airplanes filled with infected into cities. They seek out a lone Brotherhood member, using Belle as bait to distract him, just long enough to jump. While wearing some of the cult robes, they successfully ambush Jeb. After he tells them that Sister ran away, they tie Jeb to a tree with barbed wire, and leave him as food for the creatures as they drive away. They come to another checkpoint, protecting another settlement. Only this place holds parties at night, so the group partake. Sister is there, having survived running away, but before any more celebrations can be had, the Brotherhood begin dropping vamps in from above. Many of the survivors are killed or bitten, and despite being asked to help rebuild, the foursome continue north until eventually their car breaks down and they have to walk on foot. While spending the night in a junkyard, a pack of berserkers attack them from all sides, chasing the survivors into a cornfield. Sister can't keep up with the others, so she diverts the vampires in a different direction through the field, eventually being overrun, and asking God for forgiveness as she shoots herself. The remaining four take shelter in a school bus for the night, but wake in the morning to find Willie dead in a tree. The remaining trio bury him, with Mr. stating he has never heard of a thinking vampire before. The three begin getting close to New Eden, with Mr. having to carry the heavily pregnant Belle part of the way. While Belle sleeps, something in the woods draws out Mr. and Martin, before snatching Belle up silently from the campsite. They knowingly follow Belle's screams into a trap at a nearby silo, where Martin finds Belle wrapped in barbed wire, and bitten. Jeb appears, knocking out Martin before going at Mr. Jeb is now some kind of smart vamp, having given his blood willingly to the vampires that attacked him, therefore regaining his intelligence, and he begins to easily defeat Mr. Right up until the moment that Martin impales him in the back, with an injured Mr. finishing him off. Martin Mercy kills Belle, hugs Mr., and they continue north in a pickup, with Mr. now sporting a new scar. Last stop before the wilderness, the pair come by a crossbow-wielding Peggy, who says she hasn't seen a boy in a long time. She and Martin hit it off, with him showing off his slaying skills to her, and Mr. secretly watching on. That night as the lovebirds sleep, Mr. makes a decision. Martin wakes in the morning to find Mr. gone, and his pendant and truck left for him. Martin and Peggy head north by themselves, and finally arrive at the border to their long-awaited New Eden. And the movie ends. Stake Land is a 2010 post-apocalyptic horror film directed by Jim Mickle and co-written with Nick Damici. It also stars Connor Paolo, Danielle Harris, Kelly McGillis, Sean Nelson, Michael Cerveris, and Bonnie Dennison. Danielle Harris is already a horror icon at this stage, having starred in both the original Halloween series and the Rob Zombie remake, as well as many other horror films. The producers created 7 webisodes as prequels set during the start of the apocalypse. Origins: The Day I Told My Boyfriend, Jebediah, Sister, Willie, Martin, and Mr. Despite receiving positive reviews, the film premiered on only 1 screen, eventually expanding to 5, grossing a total of $33,000 at the domestic box office. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more.